Good morning, Flosstube. I'm Tamara. I am PD Stitcher here on YouTube and over on Instagram. Welcome. It is Monday, May 29th. May 29th? May 30th. Wow. I am a week late, a week and a day late. I should have done this last Sunday, but last weekend was a bit busy. And I just didn't get around to getting a floss tube made. And since today is Memorial Day and everybody in my house has the day, well, not everybody in my house has the day off, but the people who are usually up and moving while it's this early in the morning, they're not here, so I have some quiet. I'm joined by my furry friend Buster here. All you can see is his little bow tie collar because he's gone right back to sleep. Don't know. He may end up moving around. If so, I apologize. This morning is, my son, he was on for work this morning, so he left early because he's working 7 to 7 shift at the hospital. My daughter who runs is off at a Memorial Day 5K this morning. Usually I go to this 5K. Today I chose to stay home because she can drive herself. And it's a good start for her to race without me there and see how she does without me there. Because next year, well, not this coming year. This coming year she'll be a senior, but the next year she'll be off in college running, and probably won't be at all of her meets, so she's going to have to figure it out by herself. This is Flosstube 51, and this is going to kind of be my May wrap-up. Looking forward to June and kind of some plans for June. I have a lot of whips because it's been 3 weeks. I don't have any finishes. Imagine that. That doesn't happen often anyway, so. And I'm going to try and stop saying, I am so sorry. I don't know why. I do have notes, so I can see what I'm supposed to be talking about. But yet I still stumble over words. That's just me. So we have some whips, we have some plans, we have a lot of haul and stitchy kindness, and then we have some life stuff, and we'll finish with my quote. Well, not my quote, the quote that I like to share with y'all every week. A quote that I would like to share with y'all every week. So let's get started with some whips. The first one I have was my 100 Stitches a Day focus for May. And this is Christmas 2 by Ciro Marchetti. The artwork is by Ciro Marchetti. It's charted by Heaven and Earth Designs, or HAED. And I love this piece. Love, love, love this piece. I am doing this 10th stitch on 25 count, easy grid, 2/1. I am, since it's my 100 Stitches a Day project, and I'm still working on it for today and tomorrow, it's still in the Q-snap, so you won't be able to see the whole thing, but next week, I'll have it out of the Q-snap, I think. But I finished this window, I finished this page this week. So this bow and all of this, and I'm started down next to this window. I'll finish the frame, hopefully. But I am, and if hanging threads bother you, I apologize, but this works for me. This is working for me on this project. I don't park my threads on all of my full coverages. Ignore the dirty spot right there. I don't want to wash it off because I don't want to lose my grid lines, and I'm kind of hoping that since it's full coverage, it'll get covered with the stitching. So, it happens. But this is Christmas 2 by Ciro Marchetti. I'm hoping to finish this in the next, 20 years. Please don't eat my threads there. He likes to nibble on the ends of my hanging threads. So I don't know how long I'm going to be able to put pieces down in front of him this morning. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. Right now he's being really good though. I tried to go ahead and unzip all of my bags, for those of you who wear headphones, because I usually wear earbuds when I'm watching Flosstubes, and I know it can be loud. So I tried to unzip. I'll try to remember not to rezip until after I've finished filming. My next one, this one had a birthday this month, so I like to work on my projects on their birthday. This is Pretty Little San Francisco by Satsuma Street, and I am stitching this on 32 count Zweigart Natural. If I forget to say, and he's starting to push the stuff off the couch, so I apologize. I'm just going to have to put it down on the floor because otherwise it's just going to fall on the floor anyways, because he's decided he don't want to have it next to him. And he's a big boy, so I don't have a lot of room right here that doesn't have dog. If I had been really prepared, I'd have folded these correctly so that it was easier to show. But, and there he goes to the other end of the couch. Maybe he's going to give me some space. But this is where I am. I don't even remember. And I'm sorry, I don't iron before I film. I do iron after I've created them and finished them, but not before I film. But I finished some of this in here with this little bridge. I worked on this white down in here, but it's coming along. I'm waiting for this to get called for WIPGO, because I really think once it gets called for WIPGO, I should be able to knock it out in the 10 days, I think. I don't remember if I put it down for a finish or for 10 days, but either way, I should finish it the month that it's called, because there's not that much left to do. I may have to pause because he's walking towards the door. We shall see. It depends on if he sees a squirrel out there or not. We are in the months of squirrels. And there he goes. I'll pause y'all for just a second. And I'm back. Yeah, he must have seen something because he was whining at the door. And now he's gone. He's outside. So hopefully I'll be able to finish this before he wants to come back in. So my next whip is Myrtle a Thyme, Blueberries and Thyme. From Summer House Stitch Works, and I am stitching this on 32 count color and cotton dried lavender. I'm actually getting really good at remembering to say what it is. I love this piece. I love it. Now, I haven't gotten to this part yet, but all of these blueberries are French knots. I don't know if I want to do that many French knots. Thoughts? What would you do? Would you do beads? Would you just do regular X's? Would you do French knots? Well, if you were me, what would you do? This is where I am. I love now thankfully these blueberries are stitched because they're bigger. I love them. They are so, I didn't even mind this, can you see it? The back stitch for the wallpaper background. Didn't even mind that. This was my May Monday. I started with half stitch, cross stitch Dina here on YouTube. She was doing a new start every Monday in the month of May, and I am doing no new starts. And I'm in the 22 and 22, and I had a couple of extra empty spaces in my 22 projects. So I was able to start one new piece. So I decided I would join her, but instead of doing one new start every Monday, I would do one new start the first Monday, and then work on it every Monday. So this is going to see some love today, because today is Monday. It doesn't feel like a Monday, but it's Monday. I apologize, I keep bending down towards y'all, but if I don't put them there, he's going to knock them off when he comes back in. And he's back at the door. I'll be right back. And we're back, and he is, excuse you, he has decided to make an appearance. So this is Buster. Can you say hi, Buster? Buster, look up. Say hi. Say hi to all the people. don't you just let my youngest is obsessed with dressing him fancy. So he's got bow ties, and she's bought him all kinds of fun stuff. She bought him a little party hat. He's not a big fan of the party hat, but he tolerates it because he loves her. Thank you. I love you too. So my next whip is The Office by Stitcheria on Etsy. I don't know where my cover photo is because I thought it was in this bag and I don't see it. But I'm working on the grill. I finished the head wrap handkerchief thing, and I'm working on the grill. I got the foot done. Now I'm just doing the back of the grill. I don't know why this is slow going, but it is. My needle minder came from Fire Poppies back when they were still open. And it says, I'm kind of a big deal to my LONS. I love Fire Poppies. I'm very sad that they've closed, but I wish them all the best. I know that this is an exciting time for Susan. And, you know, I wish her the best. But selfishly, I want her to come back and open up. But I found some new locally stitchy source to me, so that's nice. The next whip I have is, this is Colin Cardinal. This is from Brooke's Books Publishing. It's one of the Advent animals. These are free charts from Brooke's Books Publishing if you go to her website. I don't know what he's doing over here besides getting into stuff. But I have the rest of the birdhouse, and then there's some Christmas lights that go around here. Here, I think, or down here. Hey, could you stop? Gracious. I'm not doing the numbers. I'm not actually making these an Advent calendar. I'm doing each of these separate, and as you can see, I'm using all one big piece and cutting them apart. So this is on 32 count. Picture this plus sterling. And there's supposed to be a number in here, but instead I'm just going to fill all this in with this brown color. So that was another one. Nope, this is not my last whip. 2 more whips. I had told y'all I worked on a lot. So the next one is Words to Live By from Tiny Modernist, and I am working on the big middle portion of this piece. This is what it's all supposed to look like. And I've done all these small squares around the outside. And now I'm working on the big middle part. And y'all, ooh, this is a big piece of fabric. I'm almost done. I have the houses and some more of the little river stream thing. And the rest of the banner, because where it's the yellow, I need to fill in the yellow and then put dreams. And a little bit more of the white because there's another little set of curly Q things right down here. But y'all, I'm so close to a finish. So close to a finish. This was one of my January Whip Go goals, was to finish this. It's now going into June. I still haven't finished. It'll get done by the end of the year. These are yearly goals, not monthly goals for me. But that's okay. It's getting there. So, I do want to work on this a good bit in June. I don't know why. I say I have plans, and I'm going to do a plan section at the end or later in the video, and then I just tell y'all my plans as I go through. But that's okay. Y'all, I apologize. I took a shower right before I started videoing, so my hair's in this half wet, getting dry stage, and it is what it is. My last whip, this also had a birthday this past week. This is Cardinal in the Snow. This is by X Squared Cross Stitch on Etsy. I haven't looked recently. I know the last time I looked, which was sometime in 2021, this was not on her Etsy site. you could probably email her, send her a message on Etsy and ask if she still has this. But this is Cardinal in the Snow. One of my girls bought this for me because I love cardinals. And I am still up, and I was just working on this yesterday, so it's still in the Q-Snap too. I'm still up in the background. And I told y'all, you can see it. I do park my threads on some of my full coverages, and then on others I'm doing cross country. This one I'm doing cross country by page. So I'm on page 3, and this feels like this is a very big page, but then when I look at it, it's really not. But all that's left, there are only 2 colors left in this page for me to fill in. So lots of blue, lots and lots of blue. I'm still up in this background. I start in the upper left-hand corner. So I can't wait to get down here. I feel like it's going to be forever. Honestly, if I had known how much, I mean, obviously I can look at the picture and see that there's a lot of background. But if I had known, I might have cut it down a tad. But that's okay. It'll get done when it gets done. I'm planning to live till I'm about 150 just so that I can finish all of my cross-stitch projects. How about you? Now let's go to plans. So July's WIPCO calls were not called. June's WIPCO calls were called. I don't want to rush this year any faster than it's already going. But apparently I am. So my WIPCO calls for June are 3 Dolphins, which is another Heaven and Earth design. It's charted by them, but the artwork's by, I can never say this right, so I gotta look at this, Carol Cavaleris. And I don't have the cover photo with me. But you'll see it this month because I'll be working on it. My goal is a page finish. I haven't looked at this since, I don't know, maybe October? So I have no idea how close I may be to a page finish. That may be an easy goal. I may be really close. I may be far, far away, and it may take me all month plus. Sometime in another month. We'll see. I'll pull it out. I should have pulled it out before this morning. No. June is on Wednesday. I'm barely getting through today. So the other goal that was called was to do 3 letters on December from the Cricket collection. Well, I haven't started it. So I guess the first thing I need to do is start it this week. So this is going to be so that I can try and do 3 letters. I don't know why. These are precious, precious, precious pieces. However, the cover photos, I don't know, they're really small and it's hard to see all the detail. So I'm sorry. But I'm going to start this on Wednesday, on the 1st. And this is going to be my 100 stitches a day project for June. Because I think if I do 100 stitches a day, I should be able to knock out, well, 100 stitches a day plus some extra when I probably dedicate like 5 or 6 days of stitching to this as well. I should be able to knock out 3 letters this month, next month, the month after that. I don't know. It may take me longer than 1 month to get 3 letters done, but those will get done by the end of the year. So I'm going to start this. I'm planning to do this on, yeah, I have no idea. Sterling from Picture This Plus. Okay. Sorry for all the crinkles. This is in my Ziploc bag because I have not moved it yet to the project bag because I had to show y'all the project bag. So now we're in the Haul Stitchy Kindness. So for Mother's Day, one of my daughters likes to enable my stitching. And so, sorry, somebody just woke up, so the dog had to go greet them. So she got me a project bag from Barefoot Needle Art, which is a new, they're not new as far as they've been an online store, but they are now a brick and mortar store in Myrtle Beach, which is about an hour and a half away from me. So she got me this precious, precious project bag. So December's going in this. I'm very excited. because it's got penguins and igloos and the penguin walking a polar bear. Isn't that cute? Absolutely love that. So that was my Mother's Day gift from one of my older girls. Haul. Y'all. It seems like a lot. It probably is a lot. First is my fabric of the month from Grace Note Stitchers. Grace Notes Fabrics. If you are not getting their fabrics, oh my goodness, their fabrics are gorgeous. This month, this is my fabric of the month. Talia. I think I said it right. Corinne did on her last, they're Grace Notes Stitchers on Flosstube, and Grace Notes Fabrics is their business, and it's a family-run business. They all get involved in dyeing the fabric, and it's a little bit more pink than it's showing. It's showing really peach on camera. It's a little bit more pink and a little brighter, but look at that modeling. Look at that modeling. Is that not gorgeous? I get 40 count linen. And I love how just deeply saturated their linen gets. It's so pretty. So I'm always excited to see the pink envelope in my mailbox because I know it's Grace Notes Fabrics. And then I got Autumn Rules from Primrose Cottage Stitches. I had to order some Kreinik for December, for the December piece. So I ordered it from Garon Stitchery. And of course, I couldn't just order 4 things of Kreinik. I needed it to travel with a partner, so I had to get this. So, Autumn Rules. And then I have my color and cotton for May is Patina. And it's this really pretty gray. Oh, that's pretty close in what it looks like. Is that not gorgeous? Gorgeous, gorgeous. I love color and cotton. I love Grace Notes fabrics. I love fabric. I don't stitch enough to probably go through all my fabrics in my lifetime. We won't tell anybody. And then I ordered a project bag from Stitch and Button, Vicky Stitch and Button, and I also ordered a needle minder. I'm trying to collect all of as many Peanuts needle minders. I have Lucy, I have Peppermint Patty, I have Linus, I think. I can't remember. It's in a project I haven't seen in a while, so I don't remember, but I know I have 3. And now I have Charlie Brown and Snoopy. I have this thing about Peanuts. I love them. Love them. And I ordered this patriotic. Look at this, the patriotic hearts. And then the inside is the blue and white and red stripes. And look at the zipper pull. I don't know if y'all can see it. Look at that. Isn't it pretty? With the little patriotic heart and the beads. Yeah. So I'm starting to get some real project bags, not just my Amazon or my Ziploc bags. And so after my daughter got me a project bag from Barefoot Needle Art, I had to buy my own. So I got this one with the sun faces. Isn't that pretty? Look at the fabric inside, y'all. Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So I now have some pretty project bags to put some stuff in. I'm excited about that. And then I have my 3-All Threads, my Week Style Works for the month. I have mascara, which my whiteboard is way down there. So I'm just going to hold these up and hope you can see it. Mascara, which is black. This is Oak, which is, I don't know where I have anything white that I can hold this up against. Maybe this. What's this? Oak, which is a tan. Neapolitan. I love this. It's got pinks and browns. I don't know if you can. It looks kind of white on camera, but that's a pink. That light is a pink. Ocean, which is a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous bluish teal. Mother's Day. I love the variegation in this. That is not true at all. It is burgundy and pink and like light pink and a medium pink. That is not showing up true. Maybe that's good. Navy. Moss, which is a pretty variegated green. You can kind of see all the different shades in there. Morris Blue, which is a variegated light blue. It's got really light and then a darker pastel-y blue. That's really pretty. Moon Glow, which is kind of a really pale yellow with some, looks like a little bit of green. That's showing up pretty true. And then this one is Noel, which is a pretty yellows, greens, reds. So this would make a pretty variegation for something Christmassy. And that is all of my haul. I told y'all, it seemed like there was a lot. That's it. That was the haul. So life. Why wasn't I here last week? Last week was a little busy. Saturday we had the state track meet. And then Sunday we had the spring sports awards. So, and he is whining again. I'm so sorry, y'all, if y'all can hear that. He's really loud when he whines. So, let's see, it's been 3 weeks. So first we had the lower state track meet. And that was amazing. Had a lot of fun. It was really hot. My one daughter came in first in her 3200 and first in her 1600, so she had a really good day. And had an article, the local newspaper sports reporter was out there, and you can come here. And he interviewed her, so there was an article about her in her, as he put it, her quest for a state championship, which she didn't really like that because she wasn't, her goal was, while she would like to win a state championship, her goal was just to do well at state. And we're bell training. So he wants to go back out. Now that somebody else is up, they're taking him out. So, so the next week was state. Last weekend was state. And she came in third in the 1600 and set a new school record. So that was awesome. Her time was amazing. And she came in second in the 3200 and did really well. It was also hot last weekend. In fact, because of the heat, here in the South, it's always really humid in the summer. May summer here. And so when it gets hot enough, then we are apt for afternoon thunderstorms. And sure enough, 2 laps into the 3200, it started to thunder. They let them finish the race, and as soon as the race was finished, they called the meet and said, well, they didn't call it. They put it on hold. They sent everybody to their cars, the athletes to their buses if they came with their team. My daughter rode with me, so she came out to the car with me. And we had an hour and a half weather delay for lightning. Itchy nose, sorry. And after an hour and a half, we were still no closer to being let in because it was still lightning. There was no rain, just lightning and thunder. So she called her coach because all we were waiting for, she was done with all of her events, but because she came in second, they had the awards to still give out for the 32 because literally as soon as the last girl crossed the finish line, they made the announcement that everybody had to leave the stadium. So she called her coach, who was there, and asked him if he could pick up her medal because the team still had one more race. the 4x400 relay, and they had a guys and a girls team, so they were going to be sticking around for that. So she asked if he could pick up her medal, and we would just go home, and we did. Oh my goodness. So I told you it wasn't raining, it was just thundering and lightning until we started to go home. We hit the interstate to come home, and it's about an hour and a half drive from where we live to where state was held, and it poured, and I could not see maybe an inch in front of the car. Everybody was driving. It's a 70-mile-per-hour speed limit. I think I might have gotten up to 35, and that was what everybody was driving. I wasn't just turtling along by myself. Everybody had their hazards on. It was bad. It started hailing. It was not fun driving weather, but we got home safely. And then Sunday we had the sports awards for the spring for the school. My youngest daughter played JV soccer this year. She was the only 8th grader on the team, and she was given most valuable player. So that was really exciting for her. Then for track, my other daughter got, because she came in first in javelin, 3200 and 1600 at region, she made the all-region team for those 3 events. So she got something for each of those events, and then she got most valuable. It's most valuable player, but I guess most valuable runner, because they're not really players on the track team. But so we're really proud of her. She's had several colleges reach out to her. This is a very exciting time because she's going to be a senior. She's had several colleges reach out to her. One is from the school that my husband and I went to. I've shared this before. We both went to Clemson. And one of the schools that's reached out to her quite often is our rival. The rival school for our college. So we'll see. We're going to go visit there this summer. That'll be fun. And then she's going to school for the first time next year as a senior. And I will only be homeschooling my youngest. So it'll just be her and me at the house, because the others will be at work or in college or at school. Lots of changes this year. All right, y'all. I've kind of rambled a lot. Looking forward to a nice, relaxing summer, I hope. Here's my quote, and I'm going to read it so I don't mess it up. This is from Mandy Hale. It says, "You don't always need a plan. Sometimes you just need to breathe, trust, let go, and see what happens." And that's kind of how I'm going to take my stitching. I kind of talked about plans a little bit, but I just want to pick something up and start stitching on it. I'm feeling a little overwhelmed. I don't know, the end of May, well actually all of May was very, very chaotic and crazy and very busy with the end of soccer, the end of track, and then with my job with the soccer club here in town. We had tryouts and now rostering players on teams and all the paperwork that goes with that, which is my job. It's been very busy. So yeah, I need to breathe and relax and just sit back and see what happens. Y'all have a great week. Remember those who gave all, because today is Memorial Day, so that we could have freedom. Happy stitching.